Hey everybody, it's Nat C Jones here with Nat C Company, and today I want to talk about, I want to ask you a question. And the question is, are you charging enough for your services and your products? Let's get into it. Okay, so I have been an entrepreneur off and on for 20 years, I would say, maybe over 20 years. It's something I just cannot get away from because I love the freedom that comes with having your own business and the flexibility, even during the times where it's like a struggle to make money. It's still invigorating to me, and I just know that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be an entrepreneur. Um, but throughout my journey in this entrepreneurship walk, I have gone through a couple different stages, and one of them was not charging enough at all. I didn't know. I didn't go to business school. I didn't do the research to find out how much a service should cost in the South versus the North. I didn't know any of that. I just charged what I thought they would be willing to pay me. And you know what I learned? That however you value yourself, just like in personal relationships, however you value yourself in the marketplace, people will meet that value. And I learned this about personal relationships early. Like, I understood that as a woman, if I don't value myself, then the men that I date will not value me. It doesn't matter how cute I look, hair, makeup, all of that. If I don't value myself, I will attract men who don't value me. Okay? I understood that. But when it came to the marketplace, when it came to my business, I did not allow that lesson to translate, and I didn't understand that it worked exactly the same way. I would often give relationship advice to friends and say, when you're brokenhearted or you have a low self-esteem, you're like a person in the middle of the ocean bleeding profusely, and the waters are shark infested, and you're attracting to you sharks, and they're going to kill you. It's the same way with business. You have to know your value, or people are not going to come to you and volunteer to give you money just because you're a nice person. I remember saying one time when I was very young and naive, well, what do you think I should have? When someone asked me how much I charge, how much I charge? What was I thinking? What do you think I should have? Because I knew they liked me and I knew them as a person. I mean, they were an associate of mine, but he told me, honestly, he said, I'm going to try to get your services for as cheap as I can, to be perfectly honest with you. And so I'm like, well, that's not helpful. So I had to learn to charge. And you know what happened one day? I had a mentor who was using my services quite consistently, and he was not paying me what I was worth. And one day he referred a client to me that I provided the same service for. And that client, when I told him my price, this man said, how about I give you this instead? And what he offered was to give me double. Not only double, but he paid me all the money up front. That blew my mind. What it let me know is, first of all, if he doubled the cost, doubled the price for me, it was probably worth even more than that. He felt sorry for me because he was like, she has no idea that she's just out here selling her services and her products for pennies. And I went back and I doubled all of my prices, all of them. I didn't even think twice about it. And when I went back to my mentor, you know what he said? Well, you're not going to charge me more, are you? Needless to say, that was the last year that he was my mentor. But you can't get mad when people take advantage of you when you're not valuing yourself. I don't care what facet of life you're in. You set your value. So I learned from that. And you know what happened? I raised my prices and I stood my ground. Eventually, all of the broke people, as Myron Golden likes to call the free pool people, the cheapo people and the free pool people, I mean, they're always looking for something free or something cheap. They fell away. I enjoyed turning people down. I enjoyed telling people, no, I'm sorry, this is my price. And if you can't pay it, I'm sorry, I can refer you to someone else, or maybe I can't. But you're not going to just get my services for any old price. I remember a friend referring his father to me for a service that I was providing in my business. And this man said to me, hey, if you do this good this time, then next time, I can pay you. I said, no, 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 no. No, no, no. I'm already good. And if you want me to do the service, you're going to have to pay me this time. Not only are you going to have to pay me this time, but you're going to have to pay me up front. So I made a rule for myself. I set boundaries in my business. I said, I do not work unless I get a deposit. I need to get paid at least 50% of what the total is of the estimate before I even touch my computer. I changed the way I approached my business. I set a higher standard for myself, and you know what? People met the standard. The people who no longer wanted to work with me were people who weren't going to pay me much anyway, so I wasn't missing out on anything. What I've learned is that people who have a certain position in society that's not necessarily valued have to work harder to establish standards and to value themselves and compel other people to value our services in the marketplace. People like who? Well, women. We know that. Women are severely underpaid compared to men. African Americans, minorities, are not paid as much as white Americans. We know this. And then church people. There's this culture within the church that you're supposed to do everything for, just in the name of the Lord and not get paid for your services. And we know that the Bible talks about a workman is worthy of his hire. Your time is valuable, even if you are doing business for someone who goes to your church, even if the person you're doing the business with is a minister or a leader in the church. They need to pay you, and they need to pay you full price. Here's the thing about that. Once you make that decision, you'll be able to make more money and have resources to build and grow your business. When I did not have these standards and I did not have these boundaries, I was a really broke entrepreneur, because in my mind, I told myself I just need to have the best price no matter what. I need to Walmart my business. I need to be known for the cheapest, best price. But I heard someone say one time, no one has ever gone to a place with cheap prices and believed that they were getting the best value. They call it great value, but what they really mean is cheap. Most people know if I get something and it's cheap, it's probably not the most valuable. It's probably not the best quality of this particular product or service. So when you go the cheap route and you are just focused on providing services and products at a discount, you're going to attract people to you who are cheap and who do not want to pay you money. The goal of business is to make a profit. So it can be challenging sometimes for people of faith, because we're so nonprofit oriented and we're so ministry oriented, and we want to do good things and we want to help people. But people need to pay you for your products and services, because these pastors, these church members, and all these people, they pay. There's some people that they pay and they don't even think twice. You need to be one of them. Who decided that when they do business with you, all of a sudden they need a discount? No. You have a family to take care of, and that is your first ministry. And you know what? They have the money. People have the money to pay for whatever it is that they want. They find a way. They take out loans. They will do it. If they really want your services, they will meet you where you are, and they will acquire your services and your products. So I want to challenge those of you who are having a difficult time charging what you should charge. I would say start higher, and if you need to come down, you can come down, but don't start low, because once people start to perceive you as a discount business, it's hard to change their mind about the quality of what you're bringing to the table. I remember when Burger King had the Whopper for 99 cents, and then one day it was $1.99. I felt like they were trying to get over on me. You know what I'm saying? Because they raised the prices. But if it started off as $5 and then it went down to $3, I would have never stopped eating it. So do not sell yourself short. Believe in yourself. Invest in your business. Believe that you have the quality to charge a premium price, and just provide the value so that it's worth the money. You don't have to go cheap. Don't go cheap with your price and then give them crappy service. Set the price where you really want it to be and make sure that the services and products that you provide are of that level when it comes to quality. And then everybody's happy because nobody has a problem paying for something when they really get what they want at the end of the day. So I want to encourage you ladies out there, you minorities, you church folks. Oh, and I forgot about this, young people too. Nobody wants to pay young people. Your business is worth it. If you've done the work and you have a great product or service, do not sell yourself short. Charge the price. Make sure your price is competitive, but make sure that it makes sense for the market, but make sure also that you have value to bring to the table. Whatever price it is that you're charging, that you have the product and service that can match that price. And so it's not a problem for people to pay you. Know that you're worth it. Set a price and stick to it, and your ideal clients and customers will find you. I hope this was valuable. Have a good one.